Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I welcome you all to the 8th Enhancement Academy. The mission of every Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and a positive learning experience to facilitate members or empower to improve their communication skills and leadership qualities. Such a way, we can study greater personality growth. Members of the Toastmasters are guided by a set of essential core values: integrity, respect, service, and excellence. Before moving on to the meeting, I would like to brief upon certain rules to be followed. Kindly keep your mobile phones on silent mode. Do not talk about topics such as politics, nuclear, and sex. Kindly keep on silent or stay on mute until it's your turn. Lastly, for speakers speaking from the audience stage, please be loud and clear by this. I hope everyone calls that and education service. Now it's time to begin our presenting time. Our presenting officer for the day is Madam Toastmaster Abhiram. She is a CA by profession and she is a Toastmaster. As a Toastmaster, she has played a multiple EXCOM member, both as FA, EP membership, and she is great PP and she is the current president of our. Let's welcome our presenting officer Toastmaster.
I'm sorry. Has the stage been handed over to me? The audio isn't quite clear. Okay, yes. Great. Thank you, Sergeant at Arms Vishnu Kumar. In life, planning is one of the most important things. We take a lot of time planning things in life, but most of the time, our planning doesn't work as we planned because life brings in new possibilities, changes. But the first time a change happens in life, we are devastated because things didn't go as by our plan. But if you take a pause and think about it, that is probably the beauty of life. If life didn't bring new things, we wouldn't have that change. That interesting thing that comes up in our life is lost. So today, I hope this meeting is going to teach us new things and bring new interesting things into our life. On this note, I declare meeting number 822 open. Firstly, to start with, in today's agenda, we will go with hearing the Secretary's report. So for this, I request Toastmaster Tarun to read the Secretary's report. Over to you, Tarun.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhirami. Here is our MOM of last meet number 221. As our Toastmaster of the day was Toastmaster Sarath. He explained the importance of stories and he shared few fables and engaged with the audience. Our first speaker was Toastmaster Vignesh, who spoke in the title The Best Investment. Our second speaker was Toastmaster Rekha. She spoke in the title of Our Lifeline. The third speaker was our distinguished Toastmaster Venu sir. He spoke about why did Will Smith slap Chris Rock, and our TT sessions topics were very beautiful, which is crafted by Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, and our general evaluator comments were these were positive comments. There were positive comments as well as negative comments. The meeting started on time. As timer has internet issue, President stepped in and flashed the timer card. Good. He also said it's a good teamwork. Toastmaster, table topic master ensured that all non-role players were participated in the TT session. And coming to the awards, our best role player was our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sarath. Our best speaker was Distinguished Toastmaster Ben London. Best tag player was Toastmaster Madam Toastmaster, Distinguished Toastmaster Nina John. Best evaluator was Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati, and best TT speaker, that is table topic speaker, is Toastmaster Abhilash. Thank you. Now over to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Madam Toastmaster Abhirami.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun. Now it's time to get into the meeting for today. And to take this, we will have our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vignesh. To say a few words about him, Toastmaster Vignesh is the present secretary of Chennai Toastmasters Club. He's also one of the speech coordinators as part of the CNSI Speechcraft. He's very interested in exploring new things and traveling. I'm sure he's going to bring something interesting today. Over to you, Toastmaster Vignesh.
Thanks, Toastmaster Abhirami, for warm words. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, my dear friends and guests. How many of you crossed your fingers when you watch cricket and your wishes for India to win? Thank you. Good response. Yeah. So this sign believes that it is a sign of good luck. How it came is quite interesting. So ancient people like pagans believed that it is a sign of good luck because they believe that intersection is a good spirit. So it hosts a good spirit. So they believe and they emphasize this symbol to others for the sake of good belief and good luck. Also, later part, people believe that even further because this symbol resembles the actual cross symbol. So the people believe that it is a good sign and it is a luck sign. So that it's still believed. And why I take this superstition topic is quite interesting. I got some forward message from my contacts. They forwarded some 108 mantras and asked me to share to 10 people. If I share that after 1 hour, I will get a good news. Man, how? Even we launch rocket to Mars, still these kind of people forwarding these messages. But I don't say superstitious beliefs are completely false or wrong. These beliefs might have some scientific reasons, but we need to introspect those beliefs before forwarding or pushing to others. Without knowing those beliefs, we still following it or may not following it and could not understand the reason behind it. We are still following many beliefs. So throughout the meeting, I will share some of the beliefs I have in the meeting. So now it's time to introduce the stages of the Toastmasters meeting. So in the Toastmasters, we have 3 segments. The first one is the prepared speech, where the prepared speakers prepare their speakers and prepare their content on the respect to their objectives and deliver their speech. The second one is an interesting portion, which is a table topics, where the speakers come and deliver their speech on the topic given by the table topic master on the spot. So it is quite interesting. Guests also can participate in the TT part. Then we have the third segment is the evaluation. The evaluation is the heart of the Toastmaster. So where the general evaluator and the set of team will evaluate the entire meeting and give the feedback for the upcoming betterment of the speech. So now without much further ado, now I will introduce the general evaluator for today's meeting. Today, general evaluator is a common man with no expectations, and he is a passionate trainer, but he is also a professional HR. He likes long driving and he do integrated farming. Interesting, right? So now I will introduce the general evaluator. It is Toastmaster Kalvat. Let's put your hands together to welcome general evaluator Toastmaster Kalvat. The virtual stage is yours.
Thank you so much good to see you all at the legal meeting. Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. Today, I'll be playing the role of general evaluator. My role requires to monitor the end-to-end today's meeting. To evaluate today's meeting, I have 2 sets of time. My first team, we call it a tag team. The tag means T for timer, A for automaton, and G for grammarian. To introduce the timer of the day, today the timer is Toastmaster Palani. I request Toastmaster Palani to share project.
Good evening, Toastmasters, guests, friends. My role is to be the timer, to keep the meeting, to evaluate the time of every speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster. As the accountant, I request Toastmaster Tarun to share his project.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Kalwat. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of our counter is to note the words and sounds that are used as a crunch or pause filler by anyone who speaks during the meeting. I will listen for overused words including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds like I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, this means, at the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you, Toastmaster, General Evaluator Toastmaster Kalwat.
Today, we have a grammarian Toastmaster Vijay Aditya. I request Toastmaster Vijay Aditya to share his project as a grammarian.
Yeah, I'm the grammarian for today. So, Mr. and Madam Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and guests, as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll also take note of any misuse of the English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day today is malleable, which means capable of being shaped, altered, or controlled by any outside forces or influences. An example of using the word of the day is people's mind are malleable, so they need positive influences and guidances. So each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day, and I'll give the word of the day report and the grammatical usage report when called upon during the meeting. And thank you.
And I have also a second set of team. They call it speech evaluator. I will introduce during the speech evaluation session. I'm handing over to Toastmaster Vijay.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator, for introducing your set of team and your roles and responsibilities. Now back to that superstition. So I personally believe one belief. So it is before going to exams or interviews, I eat curd with sugar, like this image, right? So it is believed that it is a good luck to pass in the exams or crack the interview, but it has some scientific reason. During the interview or the exams period, we were mostly in the stress, and also our heart and abdomen, stomach will be burnt due to that over stress, and also we were too much tired. So that time, if we eat curd, it will cools down our body. Also, adding sugar onto it will give instant energy. So before going to exams, eating a curd plus sugar will boost our health by cooling down the body and also give instant energy. That instant energy, not only physically but mentally, it will add a willpower, and you get some or confidence to crack the exam. So that is the one belief I used to follow. Even my mom used to give this curd with sugar. So these kind of some beliefs are some scientific reasons behind it. So if speakers If you have curd and sugar, just have 1 tablespoon so that you will perform rocking in that stage. So if you do not have, just ping me, I will give you the virtual curd and sugar to you. So now it's time to introduce the first segment of the Toastmasters. Now to introduce the first speaker, he is a HR profession and he's a passionate Toastmaster because I saw him joined recently a couple of weeks back. Now he's going to deliver his icebreaker. That's interesting, right? So now I'm welcome the first speaker, Toastmaster Shiva Kumar. Before that, let me call the evaluator for the first speaker. It is Toastmaster Naveen. Toastmaster Naveen, please share the objective of the first speaker. Over to you, Naveen.
Toastmaster Vignesh, sorry to interrupt. You're able to hear me? I think the first speaker is not yet available in the meeting. Please proceed to the second speaker.
Oh, okay. So,
Update you.
yes. So the second speaker will be evaluated by Toastmaster Srikanth Kuttikrishnan. Toastmaster Srikanth Kuttikrishnan, please share the project objective for the second speaker, Toastmaster Sharath. Over to you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Sharath has chosen the path presentation mastery. His project title is Effective Body Language. And there are two objectives which Sharath needs to keep in mind. It is to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language. And the second being to learn and practice and receive how and use verbal and non-verbal communication while delivering his speech. Toastmaster Sharath has 5 to 7 minutes for his presentation. I wish him all the very best. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srikanth. So the second speaker is a research scholar in IIT Madras, and his hobbies are reading self-help books and exercise. And he loves to listen motivational videos, and he loves to teach kids. So now now it's time to welcome our second speaker, Toastmaster Sharath. Let's put hands together to welcome the Toastmaster Sharath. Toastmaster Sharath, who is the happiest person in the world? Who is the happiest person in the world? Toastmaster Sharath. Over to you.
Who is the happiest person in the world? Can anyone tell? You? Maybe. A simple Google search will tell you. Matthew Ricard, a Tibetan monk, scientist turned monk. For the next 4 to 6 minutes, I assure you that I will tell you how to become the world's happiest person. Toastmaster of the day, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. Once upon a time, there was a raven, crow. He was very sad. He sat on a tree and was crying. His tears cried the monk was sitting under the tree. The monk opened his eyes and he saw the raven. The monk asked, Raven, why are you crying? The raven said, oh, wise one, no one loving me. Everyone hates me. People threw me away in this place while looking at me. I don't want to live this life. Death is better than such a life. On looking, hearing the raven's words, the monk became compassionate and he said, tell me, how can I help you? Or tell me what you want to become. I can change you with my mantra. Now our raven became happy. He said, oh, wise one, if you want to do me a favor, please take me to a swan, because he is the happiest bird in the world. The monk accepted. Yes, sure, but please go and check with swan whether he is happy. Now a raven said, sure, and he flied away and he went in search for a swan. got this one. I went to this one. Fourth one. How beautiful you are. You must be the happiest bird in the world. One said, sadness. Oh, my dear friend, I am not the happiest bird. See, people, the birds around me having lot of colors, but look at me, I am white. White is an ugly color. I am not happy, my dear friend. Now, the raven asked for, then who do you think is the happiest bird in the world? Now, the swan said, I think parrot must be happy because he has lots of colors. Now, our raven searched for a parrot and he found a parrot on a tree. He went near the parrot and asked, parrot, you are so colorful. You must be the happiest bird in the world. Now, a parrot said, oh, don't call me loudly. People are begging me to lock me in cages. I'm living my moment fearfully. Please, I'm not happy. Please go away. And now the raven got more shocked. And he asked, then who do you think is the happiest bird in the world? Now, our parrot said, I think peacock must be the happiest bird in the world. Now, our raven said, thank you, and went in search of peacock. He searched over a peacock, and finally he found a peacock in the zoo. And he found a peacock. He saw hundreds of people standing in line to see the peacock. He waited patiently, and after all the people went, even near the peacock and asked, people are so much pretty and beautiful. Hundreds of people were waiting to see you, but people shoo me away. You must be the happiest bird in the world. Now the peacock said, because of my beauty, I am entrapped in this zoo. I want to roam around freely, but I couldn't. When people pluck my feathers, it hurts me a lot. I am the happiest bird in the world, my dear. And now, a raven asked the peacock the same question. Who is the happiest bird in the world? Now the peacock said, I have been exploring this zoo for the past few years, and I have found you, raven, are the happiest bird because you can go around freely. No one is going to catch you. It's you. I have been thinking if I could be a raven, I would be happy. On hearing this, our raven got excited. He flied away with beautiful enthusiasm. For the first time in his life, he was so much happy. He went to the mom and pleaded, Mom, please don't take me anything. I'm happy with what I am. The story is here. My dear friends, in our life, we are like the raven that soul. Most of the time, we want to be like others. He is God's promotion. I didn't got. She is having beautiful necklace. I didn't have one. And his father joined him in South East. I don't have that opportunity. Most of the time, we are comparing ourselves with other people and we are forgetting ourselves. Remember, comparing ourselves with other people is insult and killing our authentic self. So next time, when the thought of comparing ourselves comes in our mind, remember the art of being happy is simply to be grateful for what we have and to be satisfied with what we have. Now tell me, who is the happiest person in the world? The voice, the soul, it's me. So much.
Very good message and a very good, wonderful speech, Toastmaster Sharath. Be grateful for what we have and being satisfied with what we have is the trick to be a happy person in the world. Thanks for sharing that. Next, the next speaker is he is working as a technical lead in Cisco systems, and he is always search for excellence, and he loves reading and he loves Tamil and English books. Okay. And he is contributing to technical journals and research purpose. So so before introducing the speaker, let me call the evaluator for the next speaker, Toastmaster Geeta Sharaf, is going to evaluate Toastmaster Nanda's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Geeta.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vignesh, and good afternoon to one and all present in today's meeting. Toastmaster Nanda is giving his level 2 project 1, Know Your Sense of Humor. So the purpose of his project is to begin developing a collection of humorous stories and present it as a speech that includes humor. Timer, please note the time is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thanks, Toastmaster Geeta. So the next speaker is Toastmaster Nanda. He's, as I introduced earlier, Toastmaster Nanda, you can sound better. You can sound better, Toastmaster Nanda.
This is not my topic. Don't follow it.
Vignesh,
Yes.
Toastmaster Nanda's topic, he says it is not the topic that you said. I think it is different. Can you
Don't
sorry.
follow it.
Sorry.
Say the topic. Don't follow your patient, the topic name, Vignesh.
Toastmaster Nanda, don't follow your passion. Don't follow your passion. Toastmaster Nanda.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
How was the performance? Good, bad. My kids liked my performance so much that they created a trending Twitter hashtag called Peak and Daddy Culture. It became so viral. But my passion is singing. I would like to sing and sing all along. I'm sure one day I'll become a celebrated singer, Sid Sriram, and I will keep trying with that. That was my decision 10 years ago. But after all these years, after trying, I could not even reach the level of TR. Not even to that level. Of course, people who are stuck in desktop job all the day would like to fulfill the life of ambition, right? Nothing wrong with creating your life ambitions. But only thing is that we are flooded with messages in Twitter, YouTube, lot of books, etc. with a claim that your life is not worth living if you do not follow your passion. That is what they all claim. But the catch is, you should know if you have the skill required to follow your passion. Do you have the skill required to succeed in your passion? It took a while for me to realize that. Do I have the skill? Do I have the patience to realize my passion? Do I have something to be succeed? That is something I keep on asking myself. But people around me will get constantly tortured with their passion. They call me with some beautiful techniques. Blade Nanda, Walker Nanda, Jumper Nanda, etc. But I will still think that I don't know what to think actually. Now, there is another friend of my wife who's working in a company as an auditor. Her aim is to become a dog video blog, a successful dog video blog. She keeps on posting a lot of dog videos. The dog with a chucky, the dog with a thing. Even I like dog videos. But the problem with the videos is the dog she posts is 30% Labrador, 30% Pomeranian, and 40% street dog. I told my wife, Chitra, these videos are messy. They don't sound like dogs. When they bark, they sound like a drunken doggy. But she says, how dare you body shame the dog? Excuse me, does the dog know that I'm body shaming it? Oh, no, you are also a good dog fetish. From then on, I stopped arguing with her. She's like a Karanjavan movie. You can't argue with her. Quite wrong. And from that day, I thought a new video is posted, a dog video is posted. Even before the video loads, no one clicks that, right? Come on, like what's. So we all are sometimes like that. You don't want to hurt others' patient. But as a person, we should think that is we good enough to pursue our patient? Do we have the skill to pursue our patient? How to do that? Simple. Go to a good mentor, go to a good academy, and go to someone else who knows much about your patient. Work with them, figure out, are you good enough to pursue? I did that. I enrolled at academy, which is run by Srinivas, who took some classes in singing. And after a while, I figured out that singing is not mine. It's not in me. It's not in my DNA. So I don't want to waste further time on. I kept trying for a couple of years and then it dropped. So before going to education, think through it. Think whether you have skill. Think whether you have capability. Think whether it works for you. Unless you really believe that you have patient and skill, don't take it up. And if you take it up, please don't ask me to like, subscribe, or share. Time for my next performance. Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you, that's the you, sweet. Over to you, Toastmaster. Thank you.
It was a fantastic speech, Toastmaster Nanda. I thought I should be in there to hear your voice modulation in the physical avenue. Probably, yeah, in future maybe. Next, we have okay, back to that superstitious belief. Many of us might have seen this kind of structure thing hanged in our door entrance and households, right? So this is believed that evils will not enter into our house. But what actual science told is that scientific reason behind is when we have this kind of green chilies and lemon added through the cotton thread, that juice from the green chilies and lemon vaporized in the air, that vaporized particles prevent the insect not to enter into the house, and it acts as a pesticide and insect preventer. So that reason people used to use this kind of vegetables on the entrance, but we believe that it prevent the evil not to enter into the house. That is some of superstitious belief, but the actual science is somewhat interesting, right? Okay. All right, next we have the interesting part of the Toastmasters portion we have came. So it is table topics. To conduct the table topic session, we have a passionate Toastmaster, and to tell about a few words about her, she is a prosthodontist. Sorry for pronouncing wrong. So she's working in Rajan Dental Clinic, and she is more passionate about self-improvement, and she reads self-improvement, self-help books, and she wanted to 1% better than the previous day. It's really interesting, good things to learn from our table topic master. So let's put hands together to welcome our table topic master, Toastmaster Ashwini. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashwini.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vignesh, for the introduction. And welcome guests for the interesting session in today's meeting, the table topic session. So what is this table topic? The table topic, it actually enables a fellow Toastmaster or guest or even member to develop impromptu speaking skills. It helps the people who are present here to quickly organize their thoughts and express their thoughts in the topics that is given on stage. It is kind of a mini speech with an opening, a body, and a conclusion. So it also provides a great opportunity for any member who's also not in a duty in meeting agenda, for example, guest, to participate in the session for today. So each speaker is required to speak for 1 to 2 minutes, and the minimum time is 1 minute, and maximum time is 2 minutes. And I request each speaker to encourage. I encourage each speaker to use the word of the day. So let me call upon Toastmaster Abhirami, who is in the online meeting for the first topic. So are you ready, Toastmaster Abhirami? Toastmaster Abhirami, are you ready? Can you unmute yourselves, please?
Sorry, Ashwini, my screen got stuck and I was not able to unmute myself. Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
All right. When people believe in magic, they can also believe in superstition, right? What are your thoughts, Toastmaster Abhirami? Please start off the session with a bang. Come on.
Magic in life. I am a very practical person. I believe there is nothing called magic. It is all like 1 + 1 will always be equal to 2, and it's quite clear. Things are very clear. So all you just need to do is follow the formulas either in your book or in your life and go by. But after reading a book, that thought changed in my mind. I read this book called Alchemist. For the first time, I started looking at magic slightly in a different way. I didn't feel that magic is something what you see in Harry Potter, where you just wave a wand and the train flies and there's some big man coming and opening the door without a key. But it is more of your mind, of what you believe that you're capable of. Magic is your confidence and your faith in life. In my life, I had many challenges that I had to face. At one point, I had put on a lot of weight and I was not able to shed it, whatever I did. But slowly, I started doing multiple things, not just a workout, not just yoga, not just meditation. I tried to, hit on everything possible. And then suddenly, like magic, I was able to shed my weight and get into shape. Then I realized that this is not just with a weight loss, but anything in life, whether your ambition to become something or becoming even a distinguished Toastmaster or anything in your life will have not just one way, but you'll have many things that you do at the same time simultaneously. Probably this magic is something called as synergy, where 1 + 1 is never equal to 2, but it's always more than 2. Thank you for the opportunity. Back to you, Toastmaster Ashwini.
Wonderfully put, Toastmaster Abhirami. Yes, 1 + 1 is never equal to 2 when you have all the magic around you. And, when you believe in something, all the world together helps you to achieve your goal. As the book Alchemist, the author Paulo Coelho says, all the world together helps you to achieve your goal. Thank you, Toastmaster Abhirami, for wonderfully put your thoughts. So now let me call upon any volunteer Toastmaster from the venue, please, for the next topic. Can I have any volunteer Toastmaster from the venue for the next topic? It's going to be easy one.
Sorry, yeah, Ashwin, yeah, we have a member from the on-spot.
Great. Can you please introduce yourself, Madam Toastmaster?
Actually, I'm not a Toastmaster, I'm just a guest. And,
Wow, that's even wonderful, dear guest.
all of you, and Toastmaster of the day, and Toastmaster who are online and offline. And it's a great opportunity to stand in front of you and portray myself. I'm mother of two, so domestic engineer. I never say that I'm a homemaker. I always say I'm a domestic engineer. Why should I say homemaker? Right? We are engineering. We are having actually building blocks of human spectrum of emotions. We are having the constructions of human relationship. I'm actually an ambassador for two houses, yes or no? Right? And those who are in loves, I mean, brother-in-law, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, mother-in-law, all the laws we are managing. So I'm having diplomat, right? So in all that I'm proud of myself as a domestic engineer and back to Toastmaster today. Enough of my introduction, right? I welcome the topic.
Yes. So I'm sorry I didn't catch your name, but let me go with the topic. All is well all the time. I repeat, all is well all the time.
All is well
All the time. All is well all the time.
Honestly speaking, I'm not getting what actually means. To me, it's a spell on me that I'm standing in front of you. Seriously. Because COVID is the period where we have been really chased away from Gulf and I've been traveling to this Chennai. I always say proverb that Chennai is a place where it welcomes everybody. So first 2 years it was like an alien world to me that I'm really hunting for people to share something because everybody's shutting the door, right? And with a mask. So definitely that moment I felt that myself that people are men are from Venus, men are from Mars and women are from Venus. So I was really hunting for people to share and everybody is shutting the door with a kind of negative attitude, right? So what I thought is it's high time I should update my thoughts. Everybody's having mobile and we are really hunting for something like 2.0. Yeah, next time what is coming in the market. Am I really going for that? We are raising our status by holding the latest electronic gadgets. But are we really updating our hearts? Which version we are in? Because this is a scenario where we are is like an updated version we are. We need to highlight, update our version of thought process. In every dark cloud, there is a thin line of light. So what I want to say is, wherever you are being thrown away, but still there is a ray of hope in every box of our life. And I felt this scenario of Toastmaster Club is a bliss to all people, those who got a spell and chased away from the land. And I really changed to having you here. And there is satisfying. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Mrs. Kavita Senapati.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Kavita. That was wonderful. You know, you were a ray of our hope for the guests today to come up for the next topic. Yeah. Now let me call upon another member from online meeting. Let me call upon Toastmaster Geeta Sharoff. Toastmaster Geeta Sharoff.
Hi, Toastmaster Ashwini.
Yes. So the topic for you today is 13 is my lucky number. I repeat, 13 is my lucky number. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashwini. Good afternoon, dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. How many of you over here believe in superstition? So those of you who believe in superstition definitely come up with a lot of arguments saying that 13 is a very, very unlucky number. But to me, number 13 is one of the most luckiest numbers. Yes, of course, my first lucky number is number 4 because my birthday falls on 4. So dear friends, I really do not believe in superstitions. That's exactly what our Toastmaster of the day is also been taking us through the meeting. So all these superstitions, they have some scientific facts related to them. It is only that in the over time, what we do is we link a little bit of extra meaning depending depending on how we want the things to happen or based on our convenience, we add a lot of meaning to it. And this is how the things keep changing. And today, finally, when our little children come up and ask us, why are you not so, why do you say that 13 is unlucky number or it is superstitious belief? I really tell them that it is superstitious belief because I do not have any answer to my children. There are so many other beliefs that we just blindly follow. It's just because we have just taken a wrong meaning. But if you look at it, number 13 or be it any other superstitious beliefs, they all have some scientific facts related to it. And what we need to do is just restrict ourselves to all the factuals instead of blindly believing all these things. So if I have to tell you one of the best things that's happened to me on 13th May, I joined the Toastmasters Club on 13th of May. And that is one of the best days because one of the best decisions I have taken ever in my life. And I'm really, really proud of taking that decision. So if good things follow on a particular date, then you automatically tend to believe that these are all superstitious beliefs. Let us keep them aside and move forward with the scientific factuals. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashwini.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geeta. Yeah, it was indeed awesome that you remember your date of joining your Toastmasters. And I used to wonder why, sometimes even in airports, there is never a 13 terminal, or even in 5-star hotels, there is never a room number 13. But in government hospitals or even in most of the hospitals, there is always room number 13. When it comes to matter of life and death, there is 13. But it comes to vacation or anything fancy, why there is no 13? Thank you for wonderfully saying 13 was the day you joined us, and see that 13 is a lucky number to help you further your Toastmasters journey. Now let me call upon one member from the venue. So Toastmaster Abhilash, are you there?
Toastmaster Ashwini, we have a guest who's willing to take up the table topic role.
Wow, super.
His name is
the name of the guest, please.
Guest Vimal.
Vimal. Toastmaster Vimal. So I'm going to give you a topic for you now. You can take a minute for you to speak regarding for this topic. It's a very easy topic, Toastmaster Vimal. So the topic for you is great things never came from comfort zone. I repeat, great things never came from comfort zone. Over to you, Toastmaster Vimal.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are pretty much audible and visible.
My name is S. Vimal. I'm a second-year medical student in Government Medical College, Chennai. So my topic is great things never come from comfort zone. So when you see my life all these days, so my 12th standard feeling my attempt in UG to get into a government medical college, I used to work very hard for it. So this is my daily schedule. I wake up early in the morning, 5 o'clock, go to study for 2 hours and go to school in 7 o'clock and stay up to 8 o'clock in the morning, and then I go to sleep. So I worked very hard for like 2 years. So now I got into a medical college. So in more 3 days I'll be a doctor. I really love this profession. So you need to achieve something in your life. Like any goals you have, be it profession, sports, or making a daily routine workout, or I also play music. So you go from fundamentals to advanced level. Any task you want to achieve in life, it needs hard work and it needs consistency. So you need to step out of the comfort zone, push yourself, and there's a great word saying like the hardest climb always leads to a greatest dream. If you don't climb it hard, the way out will not reach the beautiful way. So I conclude by saying In order to achieve things in your life, you must push yourself hard and you can become a great person in the days come. And I also wanted the Toastmaster to give me a curd and sweet packet at the time when we meet. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vimal. It was wonderful for you to come forward and share your share your routine and your experience. And I truly agree with you that hard work and consistency can take you to greater heights. Thank you, Toastmaster Vimal.
Thank you.
Can we have Toastmaster Abhilash now, please, or any other volunteers from the venue?
Hi, Ashwini.
Yes, Toastmaster Abhilash. So the topic for you today is, whenever I sneezed, my mother said, "Bless you," and I wondered why. I repeat, whenever I sneezed, my mother said, "Bless you," and I wondered why. Over to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, to the guests, let me tell you one short story that happened today morning. Today morning, we had this Division C contest which was scheduled. A contest is something where basically many Toastmasters come and win. When the sergeant at arms, like we had here, who started the meeting, right? He started the contest. There was one guest, I'm not sure who, a big sneeze, achoo! Let me tell you, the contest got cancelled. Okay, so this is what I came to my mind when I heard this particular topic. I'm still wondering, this is an age-old question. Whenever a person sneezes, see, okay, right now probably what we do is we take this out, put this on, tell that person go away, right? But earlier on when it used to be there, I think many people used to say bless you. I used to wonder when I sneeze, why do people bless me? That is a question which has been pondering me. Perhaps, when I sneeze, it was a superstition early on, in those ages, that sneezing is going to lead to an uncertain event that might come through. It might be lucky or unlucky, but it might be an event. That was one superstition which was associated with sneezing. And the other one is even better, someone is thinking of you very fondly, maybe your future wife or girlfriend, who knows? So that is why you suddenly sneeze out, right? That is another superstition I have heard. So these are the two reasons perhaps I thought that people say bless me. But let me assure you, at the end of the day, Toastmaster Ashwini, whenever I sneeze, my mom never says bless you. She looks at me like this and says, why are you sneezing? That is all I hear. But yeah, bless you is more of a cliche which I have heard, and possibly these are the two superstitions that I feel are associated with it. That having said, Toastmaster Ashwini, right now, if I sneeze, will you tell bless me, or are you going to take a mask and put it on your face? Back to you, dear topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash. Yes, when you sneeze, I will try to stand away from you, but at least by 6 meters. So this morning, my daughter, who is 3 years old, sneezed, and my husband immediately told her, bless you. And as an inquisitive child, she asked, Appa, why are you telling me bless you? My husband, not knowing what to tell, then he thought for a second and said, Papa, when you sneeze, your heart stops for a moment, and that's the reason I tell bless you. Then this, very sensitive child then asked me question, Appa, then what happens if my heart stops? What will happen to my body? Will I die? Then I told them clearly, no, nothing happens like that. It is all superstitious belief. And I thought, let me also bring this topic in today's table topic session. Yes. So now let me give a chance to the online members. Any volunteers here? Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati, Toastmaster Naveen, Toastmaster Karthika, Toastmaster Shrikant. Anyone, can you unmute yourself for the next interesting topic?
Yes, Ashwini.
Yes, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. Whatever happens, I am enough because I am the magic. Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. Whatever happens, I am enough because I am the magic and I don't require anything around me.
Thank you. Table topic master Ashwini. Whatever happens, enough. I am the magic. I don't want anything. Thank you for this non-superstitious topic. A superstition that belief comes out of ignorance or fear. But this topic, whatever you gave it to me, that makes me to feel that I am very confident to face any situation. I must be eloquent enough. I must be comfortable enough to face any situation which comes across my life. So whatever comes to me, I say enough. No, I know how I can handle it. Even if I am suffering from corona, okay, it's okay, because I am going to get that immunity. Even though I got some 2-3 doses, actually I suffered from corona in the 3rd wave. But now I think that improved my immunity. Now I can face anything. So that type of positive feeling that we should have. If we have that type of positive feeling, definitely we can achieve anything, whatever we want to achieve. Everybody should have a goal, right? If we have a goal, if we have that type of feeling of superstitious feeling or negative feeling, we will not be able to achieve that goal. We should have that confidence and that belief to say, enough, I am the magic. I can create anything magically. But actually, magic is also a type of superstition. It is not a magic, it is the logic which works behind that magic, which makes it happen. So for everything, there is a positive thing behind that. There is a logical thing behind that. Let us identify that logical thing. Let us identify that logical thing and make it as a magic to work for us and to do whatever we want to do and to achieve whatever we want to achieve. Let us say, enough, I am the magic. Thank you. Over to you. TT Master Ashwini.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati, for wonderfully expressing your thoughts that you are the magic. Yes, when we think the logic around us and when we believe in our strengths, we can understand that we ourselves are the magic and we are enough for anything we want to achieve. Thank you, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. Now, can I have any volunteer from the venue? Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, are you available?
No, he's not available.
Toastmaster Vishnu, Toastmaster Deepak,
Deepak.
or any non-players, non-role players from the venue?
Okay, I'm here, Toastmaster Ashwini. Deepak.
Toastmaster Deepak. So the topic for you today is, will I think twice if I see a black cat crossing the road in front of me? I repeat, will I really think twice when I see a black cat crossing the road in front of me? Over to you, Toastmaster Deepak.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwini, for the wonderful topic, I guess. Because we always see some cats or the other, dogs, even cows are crossing. At some point of time, I stop for a second and I see a black cat. Because there is some fish is searching. Someone is trying a fish fry in some house. I feel that where the fish is getting. That's the reason I will stop for a second. I want to see that if I can buy a fish somewhere and fry it and eat it, then it will be really tasty. So I will again stop for a second. I might go to fish market next after seeing a black cat. I definitely don't stop because of the superstition. Well, I don't believe it. But that's the main scientific reason they told me earlier days. Of course, vegetable foods is really good for us. Don't eat that much of good things in my life. I like most of the bad things. So I will go for the knowledge thing. But I agree we could reduce the knowledge consumption at some point of time. But until then, I will not stop.
Am I stuck here?
No, Ashwini, yeah, we can hear you.
My screen froze. So thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. Now let me call upon Timer, do we have time left for another guest for the table topic session?
Ashwini, probably you can call Shrikant sir until then.
Yes. Do you have any connectivity problem with the venue? I'm sorry, my screen froze.
It's fine. Shrikant sir is in the online.
Shrikant sir, so the topic for you today is a typical bad day with work. What next? I repeat, a typical bad day with work. What next? What will you do? Please give your thoughts.
Good afternoon, everybody. Well, it all begins with what you assume to be a bad day. If you would ask me, there is nothing called as bad in anybody's life. It is our state of mind which decides whether it is good or bad. And what really happens when you see any situation which is not conducive, which is not as you would like it to be, and say it is bad, you're literally giving an opportunity to your mind to decide what is good or bad. But if you look at the hindsight, if you think that any situation has been created by me, and if a situation has been created beyond my control, there is nothing called as good or bad. Everything is for the best thing that is going to happen to all of us. See, what is stopping you from thinking that everything is good? What does it really do to you? It manifests good things in your life. You have no other choice but to think good of yourself and everything around you. And this literally helps you to lead a very healthy life, because science has proved anything that you think negative, whether it is bad, whether it is anger or jealousy, as a doctor, you should vouch for me that if you put your body under a deep microscope, an electronic microscope, every cell in your body is secreting some kind of enzyme or whatever you call it, which is harmful to our body. So don't give a chance to ruin such a gift that you have been given called as body by thinking something is bad. There is nothing bad in anybody's life. Everything happens with the purpose, and everything happens at a very divine time. And believe me, the plan that has been created by the Creator works well for all of us. And your plans don't work really well by and large. So if you want to make your plan to work as good as the Creator, be one with the Creator's plan. Accept things how it is coming to you, but the only thing that you can do is how you respond to what is happening around you. When you respond in a positive way, there is nothing called as bad. You see the good in that bad situation. If you're stuck in a traffic jam, if somebody is ahead of you, give him the way to go. Don't get angry. So that is what you have to do. Life is all good things. There is nothing called as bad in my life. Thank you very much to you, TT Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shrikant, for your wise words. I was for a moment thinking whether it was a prepared speech. Yeah, you were so fluent in giving your words of wisdom, and it was so thoughtful enough. And yes, we believe in our power of subconscious mind. We believe in our thoughts, and everything has got a destined purpose. Thank you for your words, Toastmaster Shrikant. Now, can I call upon any guest from the venue? Guest Gauri, guest Vivek, guest Babu, or guest Rajlakshmi? Can any one of you volunteer?
Maybe Ashwini, you can just try with the Toastmaster Kartika until the physical act is restored.
Toastmaster Kartika.
Hello, Ashwini. Can you hear me? Yeah,
yes,
I'm
Toastmaster
available.
Kartika. So the topic for you today is happiness is a choice. I repeat, happiness is a choice.
Okay, that's a great topic, Toastmaster Ashwini. I would say happiness is a state of mind, and in a way, it is also a choice because you control how you choose to be and you choose to live, and your mental state is your choice. So in a way, because it is inherently under your control and under your power, or it's depends, it's your state of mind and how you want to reflect and react to everything that happens around you as well as within you. You can say that it is a choice and a state of mind. For example, like I could be having a bad day, and it's just something which you see around you, like having to see fruit sellers. When you just shift your focus away from yourself and around what is happening around you, as in maybe you see the fruit market, the vegetable market, something that brightens your day up, or any child giving away flowers, that would inherently bring you a peace and happiness in a way. So it's I mean, it may not be happening to you, but anything which uplifts you a little and makes you a little happy, it's up to you how you choose to take it in. So I would say it's a choice, and I agree with that statement, Toastmaster Abhirami.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kartika, for expressing your thoughts. Yes, happiness is how we look into ourselves with outside surroundings and what positive vibrations we take in. Yes. Now, can I call upon Toastmaster Vishnu Kumar or Vijayaditya?
Vishnu Kumar is on the ground. Yeah, go ahead, Vijay.
Toastmaster Vijay?
Yes.
Yes. So Toastmaster Vijay, the topic for you today is, my grandmother once said this. I didn't believe it then, but now I believe it. I repeat, my grandmother once said this. I didn't believe it then, but I believe it now. Over to you. It can be any incident or anything, Toastmaster Vijay. Yes.
Yeah, the topic, my grandmother said something which I didn't believe then, which I believe now. So my grandmother, like, was a very big part of my childhood. I spent most of my time with her. So after school, I used to go to her place and stay there. And there I used to only play with my cousins, and I couldn't meet my school friends there. So since I spent most of my time with my grandmother and cousins, my grandmother told to make some friends that will stay with you for life. But in my situation, my friends like didn't involve in didn't involve in my life after school. So I thought like friends only came in with in like a particular situation. But my grandmother insisted on making friends, more friends, and be more sociable. So we can have like an enjoyable social life. So after completing my 12th, I realized the value of friendship and how important it is to make friends that will stay with you for life. Um, they can help you in many ways that you may not even see now, which can help you in the future. So my grandmother's advice to be more sociable and to make more friends, I realized that valuable lesson now. So that's about it, and thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay, for going down your memory lane and talking about your grandmother, how she told you to socialize and how you didn't do it then and regret it and you want to do it now. Yes. So I think it's time for us to wrap up now. So Toastmaster.
Ashwini, you can wind up your session.
Yes. Yes. Timer. Please note if all the speakers are qualified for the TT session. And Toastmaster Vignesh, back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwini, for conducting the table topics in a very good, excellent manner. So it was a very fascinating topic, and it was eye-opening for many of us. So you brought out many superstitious beliefs, and it was very nice. And timer, can you please post the chat box that who are all the eligible speakers for the voting, even both prepared speech and table topics. Please post it on the chat box. Thank you. Next, back to the superstitious belief. Most ritual temples and most of water fountains, we might have seen coins thrown into the water fountains. It is believed that it will bring good luck to the family who throw that coins. But the actual science reason is very much interesting one. Earlier, that coins was made by copper. So copper has a natural property that kills the bacteria and germs, and it purifies the water. So that in ancient times, people used to throw the copper coins on the river, lake, and water fountains, so that the water purified, and the people who drink that water, they will get a healthy body. So this is the reason for throwing the coins to the water fountain. But nowadays we have silver coins. Still many water fountains, many rituals, they used to throw the silver coins without knowing the reason for that. So we need to focus on that reason before we follow anything. So next we have a interesting and the heart of the Toastmaster is evaluation. So now I will call the general evaluator back to the stage to give the evaluation report to the stage, to the audience. Over to you, general evaluator, Toastmaster Kalvat.
I think you're on mute, general evaluator.
Thank you.
Good afternoon once again. Thank you, General Evaluator. Toastmaster Sharath, to begin with, is a very good storyteller. And he really got my attention when he started off. In fact, all of you would have got to listen to Sharath when he asked that question that who is the happiest person in the world? And he goes about narrating a story of a crow or a raven, which goes around different kind of birds and finally comes back and realizes that it is the happiest person on this earth. So there is a message that also being conveyed, which says that it is not that comparison with others that makes us happy. It is not that what we lack that makes us happy. It is not that we assume we need that makes us happy, but to be content with what we have makes us happy. A very powerful message and a very interesting story that was well narrated. And when he narrated the story, Sharath had all the two objectives incorporated in his speech. He had a natural, informal way of body language, and he could really convey when the dialogue was happening between the parrot and the swan and whatever the roles that have been taken up in the story, he had a way to connect with the audience, and how he brought a vivid image in all of us mind was really interesting. So the objectives have been very well incorporated in his speech. And what I think was really interesting was the way that he shifted from one end to the other. He was turning around and he was talking, and all that was very craftfully and very delicately done. It was a masterpiece that he had narrated in a story with the body language. So very well done, Sharath. But if there is something that I would like to see you improve, or rather than give in your next speech, when you have this body language to be incorporated, is that I want to see you a bit slow, because you were running ahead of time. I felt that you were rushing to complete the story before your time gets over. And also the pace of your speech, the pace and the tone needs to be more subtle. It needs to be more ups and downs, and so that it is a story which can be heard even by a child. You are going to have different audience, so let us connect with all the kind of audience that you're speaking to. So if you could bring in these two changes, I think your story, which had a very profound impact on all of us, would be even more enthralling and interesting. So to summarize, a good story with both the objectives incorporated, and you narrated well. And if you can stop a little bit when you are in a hurry while narrating, it could have been more impactful, and also your voice and your tenor. And that could also be a little bit of slow and fast as the situation required. So wonderfully done. And this is my summary or my evaluation about your speech. Thank you very much. And back to Calvert, General Evaluator. Thank you.
It was a detailed, wonderful, and valuable feedback. It is not only for Sharat. So whoever wants to prepare themselves for the next paper, it will definitely help. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Geeta Sharat to share Toastmaster Nanda's speech evaluation.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Geeta ma'am.
Good afternoon once again to one and all present in today's meeting, and a special good afternoon to Toastmaster Nanda. So that was a beautiful speech indeed, and I couldn't stop myself enjoying the speech. It was that good in spite of all the disturbances that we were having because of this online and the offline kind of a setup. It was really a really beautiful start, I should say. You started off with singing a song. So that was really, really wonderful on your part. Moreover, you also went ahead to accomplish all the objectives that you were required to complete in this project. So this project required you to incorporate the stories in your speech, and you had two beautiful personal stories embedded in your speech. That was really wonderful on your part. You also were required to add humor into your speech, and trust me, Toastmaster Nanda, it was beautifully added. The humor was sprinkled throughout your speech, and especially that part when you were talking about your friend's YouTube video, wherein the dog was supposed to pose for the pictures, and the body shaming kind of a things when you said, that was really humorous, and we really enjoyed listening to all of that. That was really, really beautiful. Also, you also had the beautiful body language which supported and enhanced your speech, rather, I should say. So you had this beautiful open body language, and you had the movements also which really supported your speech. Probably this is the first time I really understand that words do not really matter, and when it comes to gestures, gestures talk more than what your words say. But you had beautiful words also to support your speech. That was really, really wonderful. And also you had a beautiful ending. The way you started rocked off with a song, you also ended with a song. So that was also really, really very beautiful. On the whole, it was a wonderful speech. You had beautiful voice modulation. Everything went well with your speech. So probably I have no recommendations. One recommendation that I would like to give is the tone of the voice. Maybe while the dialogues were happening between you and your friend, you could have raised your voice, and you could have brought down, you could have worked on the pitch of your voice. Or maybe it was because of the online setup, we were having disturbances. That is why I was not able to understand that part. So apart from that, everything that starts well ends well. So it was a wonderful speech, a beautiful starting, a beautiful ending, incorporated all the speech objectives that you were supposed to incorporate, and just work on your voice modulation a little bit. Probably that will help you take your speech to the greater level. Over to you, General Evaluator.
To the tag report. So Toastmaster Parniswamy, I want you to share the final report.
Good evening, Toastmasters. Yes. I hope Toastmasters, preferred speakers, Toastmasters Sarah completed his speech in 5 minutes 55 seconds. Toastmaster Nanda completed his speech in 5 minutes 3 seconds. The table topic introduction speech by Toastmaster Ashwini 55 seconds. Toastmaster Abhinavi completed in 1 minute 43 seconds. Yes, the Kavita completed in 1 minute 53 seconds. Toastmaster Rita Scott completed in 2 minutes 50 seconds. Yes, Vimal completed a speech in 2 minutes 12 seconds. Toastmaster Abhilash completed his speech in 2 minutes 1 second. Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati completed his speech in 2 minutes 7 seconds. Toastmaster Deepak completed in 1 minute 19 seconds. Toastmaster Srikanth completed in 2 minutes 15 seconds. Toastmaster Kartika completed in 1 minute 45 seconds. And Toastmaster completed in 1 minute 45 seconds. The evaluation report, Srikanth contribution completed in 3 minutes 5 seconds. Geeta Scott completed in 2 minutes 45 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Toastmaster Varun, I would like you to share the account later.
Thank you, evaluator Toastmaster Khalvat. Once again, good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Here is my counter report. Toastmaster Vishnu as SAA was flawless. Toastmaster Abhirami as presiding officer was flawless. Toastmaster Vignesh as Toastmaster of the day had 3+ hours. Once he used 1 time, so he had 1 pause. And Toastmaster Kalvat as general evaluator was flawless. Toastmaster Palanisamy as timer had 3+ hours. Toastmaster Tarun as a secretary reporter, I had 3+ hours. As our counter, I was flawless. Toastmaster Vijay had 1 hour. Toastmaster Sarath as a speaker 1 was flawless. Toastmaster Nanda as speaker 2 was flawless. Toastmaster Srikanth Kutikrishnan as evaluator was flawless. Toastmaster Geeta as evaluator 2 was flawless. Coming to the TT session, Toastmaster Ashwini as table topic master had 1 pause and 1 repeat. Coming to the TT speakers, Toastmaster Abhirami was flawless. Guest Kavita had 1 pause. Toastmaster Geeta was flawless. Guest Vimal had 3+ so's and used twice hours and 1 repeat the word un. Toastmaster Abhilash had used a filler word once. Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati was flawless. Toastmaster Deepak was flawless. Toastmaster Srikanth was flawless. Toastmaster Kartika was flawless, and Toastmaster Vijayaditya had 1 hour. That's all for the counter report today. Thank you. Now over to General Evaluator Toastmaster Kalvat.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Karun, for the detailed report. It is required a special skill to evaluate our own speech. I believe you did it. So you also assessed your speech and you said you did the ask. Kudos to that. Toastmaster Vijay Aditya, I request you to share the grammarian comment.
Yeah. So this is the grammarian report for today's meeting. For the word of the day usage, nobody used the word of the day. And for TM TM Vignesh used peoples, so the recommendation would be people. In the prepared speakers, TM Sharath used flied away. Instead of that, it is recommended to use flew away. So for the good usage of grammar and words, TT speaker TM Nagendra Bharati used eloquent. TT speaker Srikanth used manifest. And in the evaluations, evaluator 1, TM Srikanth used settle. So this is the grammarian report, and over to you.
Thank you.
Thanks for the detailed report. It's time for me to share my general evaluation report. Happy to be part of physical meeting. Meeting started at 4:03 p.m. All the role players are doing their role well. And every day is a learning for us, so we know that we have to be working on certain things. Wonderful ambience. However, I request we should be little comfortable on audience and speakers on connectivity, ventilation, or the unnecessary movement, etc. I will also request we'll try to avoid the role players for a TD speech. As a overall, it was very well, and we happy to be part of the physical meeting after long time, almost 2 years now. I'm handing over to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster.
Thanks, Toastmaster Kalvat and tag team and evaluator team. Thanks for that wonderful evaluation. Hope everyone will note it down and use it for the upcoming speech. Then back to the superstition. So as our TT master told, right? So whenever some people saw the black cat crossed, they stopped and they cursed the cat and go back to their home or drink the water and then go to their path. So it is a pakka superstition because the scientific reason behind it is at the ancient time, people used to travel with the horse cart and bullock carts. Okay, so the horse cart and bullock carts will be carried by the animals like horse and cow, right? So at the night time, when the people travel on the path, if they saw any cat or fox, their eyes will reflect some light. So when the horse and cow see the reflection of the eyes, it will scared, it afraid, and it distract to other path and it go back to somewhere. So that the people who saw the cat or fox, they will stop the horse or the bullock carts and they will relax for the horse. Once they wait for some time, once the horse got relaxed and the cat crossed away, right, then only they will go on their path. This is the reason. But now still people didn't understand the scientific reason and they curse the cat and they believe this as a bad sign. So we need to retrospect these things and believe that. So also there is a belief that if we participate in anything, we will get some knowledge on that. I agree that, but participation only is not a improvement. It is a first step for the improvement, but we need to involve and take roles. Say for example, in Toastmasters, participating only is not a thing. So listening. So let's check who all listens the entire meeting. So as I have time, let have some trivia. So what is the meeting number today? I need answers from everyone. Just unmute and answer me. What is the meeting number today?
822.
Thank you. And what is the word of the day for today?
Eloquence. Eloquence. Eloquence.
No, today word of the day is malleable.
Malleable. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So what are all the birds Toastmaster Sharath mentioned in his speech? What are all the birds?
Swan, raven, peacock.
One more.
Swan.
Swan, peacock, raven. One more. Parrot. Correct. That's good. And who loves dog videos?
Nanda's friend.
Nanda's wise friend, Chitra.
Correct. Correct. Excellent. Very good listeners. And who believes magic will make 1 + 1 more than 2?
Abhirami.
Excellent. Excellent. And who read Alchemist book?
She's the one. Alchemist is the one.
Correct. Correct. And who haunted people to speak in Chennai at when she went to Chennai? Who haunted people to speak?
Yes, Kavita.
Yes, Kavita. Very good. And whose birthday falls on the date 4?
Geeta.
Really excellent. Who joined Toastmasters on 13th date?
Geeta.
Correct. And why division contest stopped today?
Achoo!
Because Abhilash sneezed.
Correct. And who pushed hard? Who pushed hard to achieve greater levels?
Guest
Yes,
Vivek.
yes. Vimal.
Vimal.
Correct. Correct. Very good. And who
had
told-
sugar and curd together?
Vignesh.
Thank you. And who told when we sneeze, the heart will stops for 1 second?
Ashwini.
No,
Ashwini
Ashwini's husband.
Correct.
Today Ashwini only told that.
I told my husband.
Ashwini told that, but Ashwini husband told the correct thing, right?
Ashwini, whom should we believe? Ashwini or her husband?
Ashwini's husband.
Ashwini is a doctor. Her husband is not a doctor. Whom should we believe?
That Ashwini
can
should
believe Ashwini, no?
Okay.
Answer depends upon whether you believe in superstition or not, Abhilash.
Okay. Then who suffered corona even after having 3 doses of vaccine?
Toastmaster Nagendra Bharti.
Right. And when Black Cat crossed, the Toastmaster Deepak, where will he go?
By fish.
Right. And what suggestion Toastmaster Karthika told to make oneself happy? She will see the
Vegetable market.
correct. Yeah, fruit shop, and she will see the smiling baby. Yes. Yeah, that's into the meeting. So yeah, as told, everyone, if anyone told, right, so we need to retrospect the reason behind it. Without knowing the reason, we should not forward any messages, or we cannot request not to share anything without retrospect the reason behind it. That's come to the end of the meeting. Now I hand over the control to Presiding Officer Toastmaster Abhirami. Over to you, Abhiram.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Vignesh. That was really a wonderful theme. It is really different and creative. We never thought that, we all know all these superstitions, but still there is something that, all this made us feel really good. So now I think it is time to hear from the guests. So before that, meanwhile, we can just launch the polls, I think, because we don't have an integrated poll today. The polling can be done at the physical venue separately, and I will be launching the polls via Zoom. So we will just take 2 minutes to finish that before we get on back to the stage. So I'm launching the polls now.
All see the sheet. So the first thing, SPR stands for best speaker. We have 2 speakers today, Toastmaster Nanda and Toastmaster Sharat. Please vote. Please write name whom you felt was the best speaker. The second thing, table topic stands for best speaker. We have around 7 to 8 speakers today, both online and offline. So whoever you felt was the best, please vote for them. The best table topic, the table topic. Third one is tag, PAG. So we have 3 players called timer, R-counter, and Jamaican. So the timer was Toastmaster Palisari, R-counter was Toastmaster Tarun online, and Jamaican was again Toastmaster Vijay Arti online. So among the 3, whoever you felt was the best tag going today, please write their name in that. The fourth one, best role player. So we had 3 role players. The Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vignesh, who was online. Table topic master, Toastmaster Ashwini, again online, and our general evaluator, Toastmaster Kamal, who is here. So among these 3, please write whoever you felt was the best role player. And finally, evaluator, two evaluators, we had Toastmaster Shrikant and Toastmaster Deepika, both are online. Please write who you felt evaluated the best. So after you finish, please fold your sheet so that no one can see them. Our essay will come out to correct the sheet. Please hand over the sheet.
That's fine. No worries.
Okay, so I hope the polls are done at the physical location. So while the counting process is going on, we will love to hear from the guests for the feedback. I'll request Toastmaster Abhilash to help me with the guests on the ground. We do not have guests in the Zoom.
Thank you, Abhilash. So we have a lot of guests. So ma'am, Radhika, please, you stand your call.
And I really got a good idea of the roles to play. And yeah, like I said last week, I took the rules, but I also felt last week that I was good and it's really needed, And today I think I would reiterate that those are the session and everyone will and the topics even also very good and the presentations, the two presenters we had like Nanda and Sharon. Yeah, so the presentations were very good and yeah, so I also got a perspective here that okay, you have the freedom, to have your own way of giving the speech here, right? So you can think that you can add creativity. Yeah, so we all know that yeah, it's always there, but that's integrated in this session, like particularly in Nanda, starting with singing and everything. Yeah, so it is very good. But it's not a format that you just come and speak something in the group. You can also add singing. Yeah, and overall, I think it's a very good initiative, I would say, and irrespective of where you are, like, you can join this. And I was very happy to see youngsters coming up and talking about things and also taking up impromptu topics. I think I'd be very happy. In fact, there was an impromptu topic today about come out of the comfort zone. Even I would say that one needs to come out of the comfort zone in order to come out. So probably over a period of time, we can improve on that aspect. Yeah, so overall, I felt very good. And I would also recommend more people to join those courses.
Toastmaster Abhilash, sorry to interject. Can you just switch on the front camera for the stage?
It is on.
No, the back one is on. Yeah, the front one is not switched on. We are not able to see the person on the stage. Yes, visible now.
Okay.
The trainer Deepak 1, that Deepak is just switching on. Yes, perfect.
All so next, Vimal, please share your thoughts.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Abhidhamma, you can hear, right?
Yes, you're audible.
Good. So, I've been to Toastmasters 3-4 times. This is not the first time. My sister attends this having a Toastmasters. So, we had an exam, she was sitting here. Now, me and going to go here. So, I just came to come and speak in front of you. Initially, like, there was in school, like 12th, 11th, and very shy, like, so I able to communicate properly with people. But now, when I came to college, joining Toastmasters, I come able to become a good communicator, I'm able to say better version of myself. And more importantly, I want this, the Toastmasters was not available for past 2 years. So if it was when everybody comes and the meetings were face to face in live, face to face in a location, live location will be very nice because that's where you can do much more better than see the computer software. So only one thing is that it is when everybody are there in the stage and talking to people, a lot of people, 30, 40 people, that builds confidence. I think it will be good. Thank you.
Next speaker is Kavita, please share the thoughts.
Thank you, Toastmasters. Among all species, we are very super intellectual species. We are able to rule the world, we are able to rule the galaxy. But only one thing is different from us and other species, controlling everybody psychologically through our speech. And this is the world we are actually crippled inside the four walls, from eating food to everything is. And actually, Zuckerberg is going to launch metaverse, and I think they are going to cripple inside the four walls with a palm 6th finger. That is our mobile. So actually, it is not a very good sign. Of course, technologically, we are moving to the next evolution, but our thoughts will be again crippled through that four walls. So what we are going to miss is human interaction. Because our birth and human is on this world is to interact each other, right? Sharing our thoughts. The words from me that speaks what I am. Right? The most powerful weapon in the world is our thoughts. So we cannot actually control and resist all our thoughts only inside that digital world. So it's my personal thing, though I'm being in IT world, so better we should have this kind of healthy environment. And moreover, it is a trustworthy forum. That is also very important. Because when I'm standing over here, I have what freedom to share what I'm thinking is actually it is not being expected everywhere. Right? Everywhere, even at house also, we have got some diplomatic speech. We have got parliamentary kind of a thing that what should not be done. Right? Here we have got, again, one more thing I have found out here is you are actually discovering yourself who you are. I may not be knowing who I am, but there are people in front of me and at the back, so they are seeing me what is inside me, right? There are few people only found out like Mark Zuckerberg or Steve Jobs, they are found out and they have gone up like what you call the Tesla things everything. But still we don't know who we are. We know all the things. We know everything. You may be a CEO, you may be a doctor or anything. But what is the use if I don't know who am I? What is the significance of me? What I am? What is the strength in me? Everybody knows we are having some weakness. I too have a weakness. Do you think that I am not actually shaking? I'm actually shaking inside. The real strength of me is I'm covering up the shake. By moving my hands, I'm balancing my shaking inside. So this is what I'm taking as a challenge, right? And this I like to dedicate to all the homemakers, those who feel that I cannot do it. They can actually do it, right? So I want to dedicate this to all the mothers. So thank you for this opportunity, and to Mr. TM Deepak, only I came to know about this on the long way, and I left my kids at home, and just to know how things are going on over there. Because here people will see only the strength. There won't be anybody over here trying to perform the things. They are here to find the strength. I think I'm talking too much. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, Kavita. That was really a wonderful feedback and thoughts. Thank you. Next, Gauri.
Good evening to all. Hope I'm audible. Yeah, myself, Antumani, and first time in this meeting. It's a great opportunity for me to connect with all people through virtual and physical. Physical connect is more important to people to collaborate with all these others, what my teams, what your teams, what my thoughts, and everything you can connect. One-to-one connect is very, very important. Now, I heard friends, lot of friends have shared their experience and content of topics and everything they share. I really like the way they speak. The fairness also we do avoid the kind of things I learned from this. In future, I connect more with this kind of things. I think that's why we have to talk about. Thanks.
This is the first time in this is just people to share whatever. I mean, nothing shows as technology. Just this is the first time. I just even I have parents and kids colleagues, but I don't have a freedom to talk to people. So I don't know my mistake or their mistake or something. I'm being conscious myself and talk to whatever needed or something like that. But I need to talk more, and I want to talk more. That's why I just this is the Toastmasters I came with meetup app. Like, so we'll see more in the future. Thanks. Thank you. Abhinav, your feedback done. Back to you on screen, please.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhilash. It was lovely to see all the guests speaking, and they were really looking like senior Toastmasters. That was really wonderful. So now it's time to hear the results for today. So as to who is the best role player according to the audience. So for this, I'll request Toastmaster Abhilash back on stage. He's the immediate past president of CTM. I'll request him to hand over the awards for the members who have joined us from the physical meeting, and those winners joining us via Zoom can collect them once they come to the physical location. So now, starting with the best speaker for today was the one who sang every night in my dreams, which was my favorite song when I was a kid. So that is Toastmaster Nanda. Request you onto the stage, Toastmaster Nanda. I'm sorry, is the gift handed over? Could
Yes, we can go on.
Okay, great. Okay. The next person is the best evaluator. The best evaluator for today is Toastmaster Shrikant. Congratulations, Toastmaster Shrikant. He joined us via Zoom. The best role player for today, the best tag role player for today is our timer, Toastmaster Palanisamy. Request Toastmaster Palanisamy to come on stage. So now the best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Abhirami. That is myself. Thank you so much. Now the last, our best role player for today is, of course, the man who broke all the superstitions, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vignesh. Congratulations, Toastmaster Vignesh. Also, I'll have to take a moment to recognize the first-time role player. And you won't believe the first-time role player today won the award. It was our timer, Toastmaster Palanisamy. That's the beauty of CTM, I guess, where even the first-time role players do their role so well that they win the award for the day. Congratulations. So with this, I think we are done with all the recognitions for today. It was indeed a great meeting. I'm sure all of you would have enjoyed and had your doses of learning for today. So on this note, I would like to formally adjourn meeting number 822. Thank you so much. So post the meeting in the physical venue, we have arranged for some snacks. So the members there, Toastmaster Abhilash will be helping you on the next steps. Thank you so much. So the ones on the online, yes, we can continue our informal meeting. I think you'll have a photo, right?
Yes, a group photo. So online, please everyone switch on your videos while we all offline, we all come here near the screen so that we can have a group photo together. Please, everyone, please join us. All of us stand because we have a team. Vijay, now Geeta ma'am, please, your video. Where is Geeta ma'am? That's great. Yeah, all set. Deepak, Vishnu. Wait.
Vilash, I'm unable to smile for so long.
Tell us now when you're shooting, all of us have got wide smiles and simply sitting here.
Three.
Our cheeks are hurting.
Cheese.
3, 2, 1, smile, please.
என்னாச்சா எடுக்காம என்னாச்சுன்னு கேக்குறீங்களா?
Thank you. Done. Ashwini, we are having samosas today. Vishnu?
Yes.
Yeah, we are having samosas today.
Enjoy. Ashwini is now in Chennai, so she will also join.
Chennai, still in Madurai.
Okay, she will be coming to Chennai.
I will
so
be
she
coming.
Will come. Yeah.
You know, today is Ramanavami, right? What do? You know, we offer food to the God. We'll show you and you don't worry at all.
Thanks for considering us as goddess. Bless you all.
We bless you with both hands. Digest well, enjoy well, relish well. We will join you the next